Hello again. This is Magdala with a time for God. Hope your day started wonderful, and I pray that the peace of God be your portion today. In our last video, we talked further about seeking God, ways we can seek God. And I want us to talk a little more on that today. Ways to seek God. How can we seek God? And why is it so important that we seek God? Especially since things can be difficult. Sometimes you're doing your utmost best, and there's always a distraction. The devil always sends something. Sometimes it's even just your own imperfect flesh. Why is it important that regardless of everything we got going on, we need to seek God? Well, for starters, the trials and the tribulations that we go through, they're not going to always be there. No, you will not always deal with the struggle. You will overcome. That's the way it is. God set things in motion, and to every situation, there's a time and a season attached. But the thing is, the way you come out of these times and seasons depends on how you deal with them. So when you take offense at everything and you prove a point to everyone, and you're always ready to show who you are, what you can do, and you know what? No, God will understand. True, it seems like you're in your right. But what about looking at it from this perspective? The fact that the season you might be going through is a season for your training. Now, if you look at all the wrong things, of what relevance is that going to be to you? You're going to miss out on the entire point of the journey. God is allowing you to go through stuff for a reason. But now, because you see everything through your eyes, not seeking God, you miss out on wonderful opportunities to be your very best self and grow through the pain and struggles and the processes and be refined like gold. So, seek God by the way you deal with issues. Stop paying attention to what the other person does. Start looking at God, who has allowed you to go through what you are going through. It's not happening coincidentally. No. It's not happening because your opponent is stronger than you. No. It's happening because you need to go through this. You need to learn how to deal with your own emotions, with your fears, with your anger, and all these things. And guess what? These things are not coming from the top of my head. These things have always been in motion. They've always been in place. When God allowed Moses to be in Pharaoh's house, it wasn't just for the fun of it. Oh, he was cute, so he was found. No. He was strategically placed there for an assignment. What was the assignment? Moses' assignment was to get to know how to deal with the highest authority there was. And at the time, Egypt, the pharaohs were the highest authority. He needed to understand the hierarchies of things, of leadership, of rulership, yes, of accountability. He was there for a purpose. So when it came to Moses leading the people of Israel, he had no problem with it. But remember how he killed the Egyptian? Because the Egyptian was beating up an Israelite slave. See, that wasn't the right thing to do. He allowed his emotions to get the better part of him, seemingly. But God still allowed it for Moses' good. Moses had to run away. He had to go to be a fugitive. He went to take care of sheep in his state of exile. But that too wasn't a coincidence. God strategically had Moses placed there. The point of this, sometimes the situations we find ourselves in are intended to refine us for the next levels of our journeys. But we have to see it from that perspective to make sense of it. If you only see the people, you lose track of it. The truth is, like we mentioned yesterday, when you look up, you don't have the ability to see what's going on down and around. And if you choose to look up at God, you will find that God is paying attention to you. He has not forgotten you. He is not allowing your enemies to have the better part of the situation. No. But you need to go through what you're going through to learn the things essential for the next levels of your journey. So, seek God. Seek God by paying attention to God. Seek God by remembering that He will never leave you. So everything He wants you to do will turn out just right for you. That is why we should seek God. To seek God, you cannot see God. But the way we seek God is through the way we treat and deal with others and the situations brought before us. This is Magdala with a time for God. Do have you a wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.